What is going on, my broskies? My name is Toadski and I am back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, I'm going to be playing through the 40 stamina Clash Magellan. Now, if you guys don't know too much about this unit in general, do not worry, we'll be talking about the unit at the end of the run. So make sure to stick around for that to give you my thoughts and opinions on the actual unit itself. But let's talk about this dungeon real quick. There's actually a condition for this actual raid boss that says Inferno Hell, you will be getting map damage. Now that map damage is every single turn, so you'll be taking, I don't know the exact percentage, you will be taking some damage every single turn. Let's talk about this. So the boss character of the dungeon is of course going to be Magellan, and the drops that you can get is of course Magellan, guaranteed on 40 stamina, and you can also drop all of the impel down guards as well. And also for boosters and evolvers, you can go ahead and drop the seahorse and also the turtle as well. It doesn't look like there's any other evolvers in here, like any penguins or anything like that, so you can't actually, farm them either. But let's get straight into the video. Now, I know with the last raid boss with Bellamy, I know a lot of people were upset that I didn't bring Time Skip Luffy, so we're back at it again today with the Time Skip Luffy team. Shout out to Shattered Fortress, the Shattered Fortress, if you guys don't know him, one of the best players I've ever seen of One Piece Treasure Cruise, and this is actually the team that he used in order to beat the dungeon itself, and it just clears it extremely quickly. If I had the Wicca, I think Wicca is her name, the little Tontata unit, if I had her at max skill, it would be even quicker, but because I don't have her at max skill, I do have to stall at least 2 turns here on this first room here. But yeah, I mean, this dungeon isn't really that difficult. The stages leading up to Magellan are not difficult whatsoever, they're just basic fodder stages, but Wicca is super useful for stage 3 because it has a whole bunch of units that have really high defense but low health, so having a fixed damage dealer will help out significantly for that stage. What Magellan does though, he actually is quite annoying to deal with. He's not really that difficult, but he can be very annoying to deal with. So when we get to him, we'll just explain everything once we get there. But as you can see here, just some basic stages here. And as I said, on stage 3, we're about to rock up to right now, we'll have a whole bunch of units that have high defense, low health. And as I said, Wicca is just super useful for this. I wish I had her at max skill, meaning that I wouldn't have to, stall for those first couple of stages, but it's all good. But then on stage 4, you're actually going to encounter a quote-unquote mini-boss, which is going to be one of the impel down jailer units. Now, what I would personally do here is that if you get one of these strength bosses and you don't have a blue orb on your Luffy, then use your Kinemon special here, or if you find the int unit like here and you don't have a yellow orb on your Sabo, then you can still use Kinemon here as well. But luckily enough, we do have orbs, so we don't really need to worry about this at all, and we just attack normally, and we should have enough damage to easily take out this stage, no problem. Okay, so now we move on to the final boss, which is going to be against Magellan. Now, Magellan's preemptive attack, he will apply Venom on you, or Venom or Toxic, which is a new type of poison. Now, this type of poison will do more amounts of damage to your crew compared to regular poison. And I believe it can't be healed by regular poison removers. End of turn, damage rises with each turn. Yeah, so it ends up ramping up exponentially. So the more turns that you stay alive against Magellan, the more damage that your crew is going to take. So you definitely want to take him down as quick as possible. Luckily enough for us here, we actually have a lot of good matching orbs, so Kinemon isn't really too useful for us here, but still not too bad. And you can see he also has a defensive shield for 1 turn, and we are paralyzed for 1 turn, so bringing a paralysis remover might be a good way to go if you are needing to do that. But we are just going to waste a turn here until the paralysis is removed, and then what he'll do is that the turn after, he will go ahead and blind us and make perfects harder to hit for a turn as well. So this is the specific turn that we are going to be bursting. You can wait 1 more turn as well. After next turn, he doesn't actually do anything. So you can potentially do that, which would make it so that you can clear him super easily. But we're going to rely on hitting perfects while blinded and making perfects harder to hit, and we should be fine. As long as we are focused. I'm forced to hit a great there and a great there. And is Wiki going to get the kill? Wick is going to get the kill. But even if you get him under 20% and he's not attacking, it's still fine. You can then just take another turn in order to kill him, and our Sabo special stage 1 would have been up that turn anyway. So yeah, this team is actually pretty quick, and I've gotten quite a few skill ups so far. Haven't got him maxed yet, but got you know, a decent amount of skill ups. We'll definitely max him during today because it is double skill up as of him being out right now. So definitely, if you guys haven't done it yet, farm this guy up and max his skill because he is exceptional. Now that we've gone ahead and broken down the dungeon, let's actually go ahead and talk about the brand new unit, which is this Magellan. So Magellan's captain ability, let's go ahead and go back to that. Boost in character's attack by 2.25 and 1.5 times health as well, and damages enemy for 5 times damage dealt by them at the end of each turn. So if they attack you for 500 damage, it'll deal 5 times 500 back to the enemy at the end of each turn. So if you have like a double Magellan, you can actually like burst down the enemy just by them hitting you. So it's actually like a pretty cool little nifty ability. He gives you a lot of health as well, which makes it so that you can tank some hits from this guy, and a 2.25 attack is not bad. He's honestly one of the better int captains in the game, free to play wise, because int really have probably the poorest selection of free to play captains in the game. Like int don't have that many good free to play captains at all. So Magellan is one of the better ones because he just gives you like a lot of utility. Then let's talk about his special ability, which is the main feature of this unit is his special ability. So it is a multi-stage special. Stage 1 is a 10-turn max, stage 2 is a 16-turn max, and what stage 2 will do is what you're mainly going to be using him for. It will inflict poison to all enemies, but this poison is called toxic by the community. So toxic poison, which will end up ramping up each turn, and I believe it's done by a certain multiplier of his attack. It's 3 times his attack at the end of each turn, but it'll ramp up exponentially, and after a certain amount of turns, it will reach 1.5 million damage. Okay, so it's 0.5 times his attack, and that's multiplied by 3 each turn. So it starts at half of his attack, and then at the end of each turn, times 3 for that poison, and it'll just keep going up exponentially until it reaches 1.5 million damage just from being poisoned to the enemy. So this guy is going to help out a lot of free-to-play teams, enabling you to clear a lot of content that you wouldn't be able to do previously, and he's going to be exceptional for zombie-based teams as well, but not even just for like zombie-based teams and for free-to-play wise. Another good thing about this unit is the fact that he is a striker shooter type character, meaning that if you use him on a legend Blackbeard team, whether you have him as a captain or use a friend captain Blackbeard, this guy's going to be awesome for that because he fulfills 2 of Blackbeard's conditions. So he's an awesome sub-unit for Legend Blackbeard teams, and he just gives you more utility for those teams as well. And I forgot to mention as well, he also delays for 1 turn. So this guy's like really, really strong. And as I said, level 2 will max at 16 turns. So 16 turn cooldown for what he does is pretty goddamn good. His stage 1 special is just a regular poison and a regular delay, and that'll max at 10 turns as I said. So if you guys haven't done so yet, make sure you set some time aside to farm this guy up because he is going to help out so many teams in the future and will enable you to clear a lot more things that you wouldn't normally be able to clear, especially some Coliseum stages, which I know a lot of people do have trouble with. So make sure to farm this guy up, especially if you are a free-to-play player. This is one raid boss you have to max. But anyways, guys, that is going to conclude this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video, and if you guys did, make sure to smack the like button down below. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the content I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.